First of all, let's get the pronunciation right. It's called Waxahachie. Not, as British Siri will tell you, Waxahachie. It is definitely not that. And if you live here, you are going to be referred to as a Hatchie. If you are thinking about becoming a Hatchie, which is, Waxahachie is a little bit further away from DFW, probably about a half hour. When I moved here sight unseen from California, I was kind of wondering how convenient it was going to be, what my errand day was going to look like. Was I going to be living near civilization with Starbucks and tacos, or was everyone going to be wearing cowboy hats and playing banjos? So I'm going to answer that for you today. That's going to be the topic of our video. I'm going to show you what it's like in the day as a Hatchie, what it's like in the day of a Hatchie, and we're going to do it in this beast, my baby. So, come along. So, there are a lot of fast food restaurants, and we're starting on one side of the main strip of Waxahachie, and we're kind of moving to the other side. So you have your typical fast food. You have Sonic over here, Whataburger. Now, I had never heard of Whataburger before. And if you are from the West Coast, Whataburger it's like the In-N-Out burger of Texas. This place has a cult following. I don't get why, but it really does. There are diehard Whataburger fans out here, which is great, I guess. And continuing on, the first stop on our trip is going to be Atwood's. Now, if you have never been to an Atwood's before, it's like Walmart meets Tractor Supply meets Home Depot meets candy shop. It is amazing. You can find everything from guns to candy to car parts to plants. Just it's got a whole bunch of stuff there. And then also in that same shopping center is a Branded Burger, Chicken Express, Bahama Bucks, which I've never been to, but people around here seem to absolutely love. I guess it's worth giving a try. See, coming up we have Ann's Health Food, which is a really cool franchise just to have down here. And there's warehouses, mostly in this general vicinity. There are little office spaces, banks, emergency rooms, a quick car lube. There's also Campuzano's, which is this restaurant right here, a Mexican restaurant. And I'll do a whole episode just on places to eat in Waxahachie. This is a good time to slip in. If you're moving here from out of state and are unfamiliar with the lingo, when a Texan tells you that something is just down the road, what they actually mean is 40 minutes in that direction. You're not walking a block, just FYI. And we're coming up on Ross, JCPenney, Petco. I believe there's also AT&T store. And then the place that takes my time and money with equal fervor, Home Depot. Across the street is Target and Lowe's. Now, if you are thinking of moving to Waxahachie, chances are there are two reasons, and that is instead of the DFW area. One is because you don't want to deal with all of that insane traffic. Good call. And I'll tell you why. The drive from down here into, say, downtown Dallas is really not that bad. You're looking at like a half an hour. Granted, it's going to depend on what time you go. Traffic gets insane, as in any other city, at certain times of the day. Even down here, just on 77, it gets crazy around any time between 5 and 7 o'clock. But really, any other time of the day, as you saw, it's pretty light. Another reason you might be thinking of moving into the outskirts of DFW is because you want some land. Another good call, because you're not going to find a whole lot of properties with any acreage inside of the city. And down here, you're not going to get a whole lot of land with every single property. The newer lots, as far as I've seen, don't have much, but a lot of the older properties do. And I'm not talking like ancient. I mean, built 10 years ago, have a lot of acreage with it. Our house, for example, was built, I think in the 90s, actually. No, sorry. Our house was built in the early 2000s, and it's almost an acre and a half. So it's great. So again, land, if you want land, you're going to want to look on the outskirts. And if you don't want to deal with the Dallas traffic, or a whole lot of traffic, you want to look on the outskirts. Not that there's no traffic here. Dry cleaning. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much it. You can see what's here on this little strip of land we call 77. Pretty much everything that you really need to take care of your errands. If you want a different grocery store or different shopping options, there is more about 15 minutes north in Midlothian. So there's always options for you if you don't necessarily care for what's here. But this gives you an idea, if you're planning on living in Waxahachie, of what you have to choose from. weather-wise, I'm not going to say that we don't get all the seasons here in Texas, but I will say that we get them all in a single week. For example, 4 days ago, it was something like 80 degrees, maybe a little bit less than that. Beautiful day. And then the next day it was 36 degrees. And then the next day, the ground was so dry that it actually, my whole street, the backyard caught on fire. No joke. Fire trucks and everything. And then yesterday it was hailing. Literally, there was quarter-size ice falling out of the sky. And today it's beautiful. Look at this. It's a beautiful day. I'm wearing short sleeves. So, welcome to Texas. Bipolar weather.